We need you to find your natural reaction. We need you to bring it up and put it on your face so that we can photograph it to put it on television, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't this wonderful? Has anyone here ever been on television before, ladies and gentlemen? Anyone at all? Has been to a taping? Anyone has been to a taping of a television show? It is everybody's first time then! Yes, it is wonderful! Now what Cassandra is interested in, and what you are interested in, and what we want to see, is your honest reactions to the things that you are seeing today on the show. The way to have your honest reactions to the things you see on the show is to pay close attention to me, who will be guiding you throughout today's performances. Do you understand at this time? Yes. See. Now, throughout this show, if there are times when you are not able to find your natural reaction to the things you are seeing, you can always look over here to me, and I will be able to help you to react in a natural and truthful way. So just do everything I tell you throughout the show, okay, ladies and gentlemen? And we're going to start the taping. We just have to say, of course, that for the next 2 hours, your likeness, personality, and soul belong to us. And if you have any problems with that, you have to leave now. But of course, no one's going to leave because we love you. As we start the show, our wonderful sound employee is going to set the levels for taping the sound during the show based on the noise that you're going to make. So, from the beginning of the show, we need as much noise as you can possibly make, as much excitement as you can possibly make.
Overproduction costs, the EU has demanded that fines be paid by individual producers. As a result, many smaller and more rural producers have been forced to stop production.
No. We do not approve, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to ask, thank you, voice. I wanted to ask how you felt about the loss in local product. Have you felt that there has been a severe loss in local product these days, sir?
Yeah, possibly. Probably. Some of us agree, ladies and gentlemen.
What's your favorite cheese?
Gruyere.
Do you know where this comes from?
It can come from Switzerland or other countries.
I've noticed that it's hard to find local products, but also to find specialty export products. It seems like all of these specialty products that people are used to eating are disappearing before our eyes.
Some of us agree with
What about these fast food chains, like McDonald's or Starbucks? Do you ever go to Starbucks?
Yes, I do.
Tell me, sir, do you go because of the quality or the convenience? Or both?
Well, both. If I want a coffee, and I like their coffee.
I see. But, see, Giacomo.
No, continue. I'm just interested.
Yes, I have gone to Starbucks before too, but I'm beginning to think that maybe it's not such a good idea because, you see, I had this experience yesterday, in fact. It was a beautiful spring day, and I was entertaining some very important people that evening. I went to the market in the morning, just before the taping of my daily show, and I knew exactly what they wanted. I was wearing a gray suede skirt, Armani, linen gloves, and a wide-brimmed hat I had just gotten from, I don't remember where. It was very early morning, just before the noise and traffic and bustle of the crowd begins to become part of your awareness of things. Everything felt so right. As I approached the market, I was briefly going through the list of ingredients needed to make an ancient family recipe called Spettacolo. It is a cheese and dough freighter served just after the antipasto, and it is made with my favorite kind of provolone. A provolone about the dana, but only the kind cured with veal rennet, you see, it feels a sweeter taste. My favorite provolone is brought to our market here in Perugia from producers in Pacho and Verona. But this morning, as I searched and searched and searched and searched and searched and searched for my cheese and couldn't find it anywhere, and I realized that these certain cheese producers must have fallen victim to EU regulation.
No, it's my God!
Those lovely, beautiful little cheese manufacturers who my family for generations have been counting on to make the provolone had been forced to stop production.
It is outrageous, ladies and gentlemen.
My cheese wasn't there, and I screamed!
Tell it like it is, Cassandra.
Some studies say that too much dairy is unhealthy to cholesterol. Do you think milk is harmful? And how about beef? Are you concerned with biologically engineered products? We'd like to hear from our television audience. Please send your email or comments to Terressa. Ladies and gentlemen, we must take a short break, but when we return, we will have musical guests and other surprises.
Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, you are doing a wonderful job so far here at this show. The one thing I would say to you as an audience to remember is to always do exactly as I tell you and stay right where you are on the right path, ladies and gentlemen. you are a very sexy audience, ladies and gentlemen. They want me to remind you though that you should react as loud and as exaggerated as you can because television is not exaggeration. Ladies and gentlemen, they want me to remind you though that you should react as loud and as exaggerated as you can.
The musical guest was supposed to be Steven Sandberg, a very, very talented young man. Hopefully in future spectacular shows you can see what he's about. And
Yes, we hope he's all right.
Yeah, so do I.
Since he's not here.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to him. So to fill in, I'm just going to do this new song I wrote, and I hope you guys like it. That was applause for me. Superstar might be right under your nose, so you flip your business card, taking memo and demo. Tell them to sign on the dotted line and make back dough. Then take a plane to Acapulco to shoot the video. Then get some handing and some more and applause on the low. But when the contract signs, it's a brand new show. It comes on $2.99. Check your cable TV time. Gotta set the music free. No, I shouldn't have to show ID. Gotta make the stars shine bright like a pirate satellite. Yeah. My brother got signed, yo, but where did my brother go? My brother got signed, yo, but where did my brother go? He's either locked down or got shot in the studio. He went to get the paper, all he got was bullshit. If you show you can spit it, all you get is a critic. They tell you image is everything. You relieve all the lies, they got a style for every size. Shrink cream for your eyes to moisturize your eyes and rub in your neck. And then they throw you a party, you take it out and you take a homicide. I got no respect, I go online on my computer trying to select. I try to download beats, now I'm keeping receipts. If you gonna make me pay, I get it cheaper on the streets.
But we roll with
We're going to roll with it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our personal view segment now. And with us today is Martha Eo, who, as you all know, was recently kidnapped by terrorists. Miss Eo is going to tell us all about her harrowing experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Martha Eo.
No, I couldn't have to show ID.
The world was fascinated some weeks ago when the story of your abduction hit the news wave. Would you please give us your personal account of this incredible story?
Yes, Cassandra, I can tell you as much as I can remember. You see, for much of the time I was drugged.
What?
Oh, sounds horrible.
You get used to it.
Martha, start from the beginning.
Of course. I was working in Athens at the time for a jewelry wholesaler.
Oh, I see. What kind of jewelry?
Inexpensive items, very simple things, souvenirs, mostly tin.
I see. Please continue.
customer, a gentleman who I had never seen before and had assumed at the time had contacted my company through the usual channels, asked me to help him settle on some items. I helped him settle on a bracelet in particular, a very popular selling item at the time, actually. And he was very polite, very well-dressed, well-spoken.
Please continue, Martha.
He had a sister. She was about my age and about my size, and he asked me if I would accompany him shopping, if I could try on some clothing items, then he would be sure to get just the right size for her, his sister, I mean.
Some of us have heard that before.
Then what happened?
As I said, he had a wonderful sense of humor, he seemed intelligent, educated. I took him around Athens, around the shops and such. We picked some gift items out for members of his family. I enjoyed his company. I could tell he wasn't European.
Oh, really?
He looked perhaps Turkish or Arabic. He spoke Italian without the trace of an accent. He was attractive. He said he was traveling alone on business.
Oh, I see. Did he mention what kind of business he was involved with?
Cassandra, he was extremely vague. He mentioned something about public relations.
I see. Martha, please continue.
Seeing as he was traveling alone, on his last evening in Athens, he asked me to join him for dinner, to which I agreed without hesitation.
Oh, I see.
He took me to my favorite restaurant in Athens. The food was fabulous. I had fish. It was very good. He wouldn't touch it, however. He had steak. And he ordered a glass of wine for me, although I don't normally drink very much. I had some wine, I went to the ladies' room, I came back, I finished my wine, and I started to feel very drowsy. And Cassandra, the very next thing that I remember is waking up alone in a Holiday Inn in Cairo. It was dingy. I didn't know what country I was in. There was a language barrier. No one understood a word I was saying. They kept staring at my legs. It was awful.
Oh, it sounds dreadful, Martin. You know, you remind me of myself when I was your age. In fact, I've pre-recorded a song that I think may illustrate the confusion you must be going through. Could we please play that song?
I got you, man. Anything for you, Cassandra, anything.
An illustrated song, ladies and gentlemen.
Awareness of self is the key to unlocking mysteries. Living each day this fantastic voyage. Language you see fails, it slips, it falls. Love is the answer. Down the spine like a wet, hot tongue. And difference is the answer to the question that no one knows except for you. The joy and pleasure is what keeps us going. It is the drug of choice. Love is the answer.
Well, Martha, thank you so much for being with us. We are just out of time, but I do hope you can come back and perhaps see where your story develops.
Thank you so much, Cassandra, though I hardly see
But it's quite correct. Thank you very much, Martha, for being with us. Martha, traveled abroad recently, crossed international borders.
Some of us have.
Yes, you over there. travel, please?
Poland.
One more time?
Poland.
Poland.
Some of us have been to Poland as well.
Other one?
How was your custom? Getting through customs this week?
Going through customs? Very difficult. I had some very interesting...
No, it's terrible. Terrible.
No, it was easy. It was easy.
Difficult. Well, was it easy or difficult?
It was easy.
We want the truth in the audience. We want the truth.
I mean, it's a difficult experience getting through customs.
I did. Hello, my name is Sarah. You may remember me from television. I was recently kidnapped by a cult and taken to Paraguay.
Sarah from television in the cult.
I was actually rescued when the customs agents delayed us to check our shoes for biological matter. If it weren't for the security checkpoints, I would still be being fed ecstasy by militant terrorists. So, thank God for security measures.
Yes, Sarah, darling, this is a very interesting story. I'm so glad that you're here with us today to share your story with us.
It's so great to be free so that I can be here in the television audience. To my family, I kissed my family, I kissed my father. We all went to Starbucks. I'm so happy to be here.
Welcome back, Sarah. So, is the customs safe to you?
Yes, stay safe. The security precautions are there for a reason.
They're there for a
It's
reason.
not just paranoia.
I see.
It's not.
Agreement and disagreement, audience.
You can sit down, my dear. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Excuse me, ma'am, do you believe you are what you eat?
Do I believe I have what I eat? Sort of.
Some of us agree.
Are you a vegetarian by any chance? Are you a vegetarian?
No.
Some of us are also not vegetarian.
I ingest the bovine flesh. But there are problems these days because of something called mad cow disease. I'm sure you must have heard of it.
Yes, some of us have heard.
What the real deal is with this mad cow business stuff. So we've invited an expert today. See, a medical researcher, and his specialty is in animal epidemiology and human epidemiology. He's a very brilliant man. He's been on our show before. His name is Dr. Roberto Arpino, and he is here today to talk to us about this mad cow disease, also known as bovine spongiform encephalopathy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Roberto Arpino to our studio.
I'm the specialist, ladies and gentlemen, specialist. Let's be so clear.
Sorry. So nice to see you again here. So, Vittoria, please tell our audience, what is this mad cow disease? What is all the hype around it?
Well, first, Cassandra, as you mentioned, this belongs to a class called spongiform encephalopathies. Now, it was first discovered in Papua New Guinea by the Australian colonists when they arrived on the island. When they got there, they found that the North 40 tribes people were shivering uncontrollably like this. And collapsing dead upon the floor. Now, the Australians were confused. They did not know what was causing this. So they cut open their bodies and found that the brains were full of holes, much like a sponge.
Or like Swiss cheese.
Yes, indeed, like Swiss cheese. Now, the Australians examined the brains thoroughly, and they found that the holes were caused by biological agents called prions.
Prions.
Yes, now prions, ladies and gentlemen, are proteins that exist in the brains of all mammals. However, In this case, they were bad prions. Now, they were examining the mode of transmission from one human host to another with the bad prion. And they discovered an ancient practice of cannibalism. Yes. It is true now, but in early Buddha, the rest of the tribes people would eat the brains from the skull as a way of showing respect for the lively. In this way, the bad prion was passed from one host to another. Now, Cassandra.
But doctor, what about the cows?
Yes. Let me explain. Now,
We are disgusted in the audience.
in the case of the cows, we see the same bad prions that we were witnessing in the humans. However, we were wondering the mode of transmission from one cow to another. And while pondering this, we discovered a strange sort of practice of the cattle industry. We were wondering, how could they be eating each other? They are not cannibals, it is not like this. So we find that the British and the French were slaughtering cows, mixing up the remains with the cow feed. In this way, guess what? They were enforcing a kind of cannibalism amongst the Yes. Now, the most interesting point in this case, and out of my studies, is that when a human eats from the bad cow, they can get the bad prions too. For the first time, ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing an interspecies, cross-cultural jump from the bovine to the human form. It is so unbelievable. It is a bit like the Hindus say, the second connection to the cows. The Egyptians, the Isis, they called it Isis, they had it called for the cow, and they would slaughter the cows together. And now we're witnessing a sort of slaughter on suspicion. Have you heard of this, ladies and gentlemen, where they kill all of the cows?
Wait, right, this is very off topic here. So I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes, Cassandra.
Okay, so in Europe, we're witnessing this mad cow disease disaster, but also at the same time, the hoof and mouth disease is spreading like wildfire. Is there any connection between these two agricultural epidemics?
Well, Cassandra, the hoof in the mouth does not affect the human. However, both arouse at the same time, which is now being used by the United States media to ban the importation of European products, saying they're diseased with multiple diseases at once. Now we see that the United States is opening up markets in Asia, in Africa, in Latin America, while the European markets are closing down. You see, if you think about it, Cassandra, it is very odd that they are both at the same time. And it might be a conspiracy.
You mean, Dr. Arpino, what do you mean a conspiracy? I mean, I don't understand. There are these epidemics. I mean, well,
Cassandra.
Wait a second. Hoof and mouth disease is not contagious to humans.
No, it is not, Cassandra.
And
there was no risk to the human person.
And how many people actually got mad cow disease?
There are very small cases, Cassandra. Less than 80 cases have been documented so far. I tell you, Cassandra, there are a lot of diseases that are more prevalent. It is quite odd. People you should be thinking about this. Perhaps there is some sort of conspiracy in the media.
Yes, Dr. Roberto Arpino's opinion is very controversial, and it is not the opinion necessarily of Il Spettacolo, its sponsors, the network, or its producers. But we do welcome controversial opinions on our show, so thank you, Dr. Arpino, for you're quite all right.
Yes, I'm doing quite well.
Yes, okay.
Feeling much better.
This is very exciting, but the excitement isn't over, ladies and gentlemen, because Dr. Arpino, besides from being Italy's top medical researcher, is also one of the nation's most fabulous, fantastic contortionists. And he has prepared a trick for us
My father would make me do contortions for his circus, and this is what I can still do today.
Spettacolo is your gateway to a new sense of pleasure. Il Spettacolo hit the streets with our cameras to find out what viewers thought. Here's some testimonials from people around the world.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. It's the Il Spettacolo. It's so beautiful. I don't even know how to tell. I'm so in love. Cassandra, she is so beautiful. And I wish I was just like her. Oh, I can just die today because I am here at Il Spettacolo, the most beautiful place in the world. I could dance. All my babies are so hard. I'm just so very thrilled to be here. Oh, these people are so beautiful. At Il Spettacolo.
Listen to another satisfied customer rave about Il Spettacolo.
Hello, Guido here, man. I came down to the show. I saw so many tits today. Il Spettacolo. I love my set. I love the show. It's great. I took the train, and the train was 6 hours late. And I thought, oh no, I'm gonna meet people talking. Il Spettacolo. So fucking good it was, man. I made it, and it was just like Il Spettacolo, baby.
This woman saw Il Spettacolo written on her Provolone brand cheese and thought she'd tune in.
Hey, that Il Spettacolo. You make me so happy, you know. Back in the brunch, we get nothing at all. And so I thought eating 600 muskrat. I would like to watch this. I get it on my satellite.
Listen to this Frenchman talk about.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but anyway, to get away from France, I'll do anything. I end up here in Italy, this fucking show, the human cheese, the macaroni. Then I see my bitch wife in the audience. And, you know, whatever. Fuck the Spettacolo and fuck my bitch wife.
These are the people we killed directly after the show.
I've seen Spettacolo 670 times. Every time I blow away with the quality of this show. It is the most fabulous thing I've ever seen. The Italians, they really know their doing. You know, they come with the little issues that blow my mind. The musical guests, oh, they make me feel so quivering.